Hi, I'm Shelley. I am a recovery coach from Clear Visions Life Coaching, and I'm going to be bringing awareness over the next few videos to the different emotions that you can be feeling, not only through active alcoholism, but coming up to recovery and also recovery itself. So today I'm going to be talking about fear. Now, I can't tell you fear from your perspective, I can only tell you fear from my perspective. And if anything rings true for you, then, that's just a winner. So in talking about fear through my drinking, it manifested itself in many different ways. I was scared to go to sleep. I was scared to wake up because I didn't know what my day would hold. Now, if that meant having to stay away from drinking because I had to pick my children up from school, or maybe knowing that I had to go to the supermarket, which I couldn't face. I hated going to the supermarket because I thought people were looking at me. The more I thought people were looking at me, the more I started to shake, and the more I shook, the more frightened I became, and in the end I actually became a social recluse, so that nobody could watch me and I could drink quite happily in peace, not having to face my fear. I was scared of what I was doing to my children. I was scared of what I was doing to myself. I was scared of causing pain to my family. I was scared of money, responsibility, and the biggest thing that I was scared of, especially in coming up to accepting the fact that I needed to stop drinking, was what I would find on the other side. It was the big unknown, and what I would see in myself that I didn't want to see. It was terrifying for me to even contemplate facing the truth of not only what I had done in my drinking, but what I was running away from. Maybe stuff in my past, maybe elements of my personality that was just too painful for me to bear. Now, all of this was doubled, tripled because of drinking. Everything was huge. Everything was huge. I mean, every single morning the fear I felt was huge, and the only way that I could overcome that was by having another drink. So, can you think of some ways that fear is manifesting in your life as a drinker? I'm not saying you're an alcoholic. I'm not saying you even abuse alcohol. Only you can say that. Only you can see whether or not fear is dominating your life, whether it is the future or the past, bills, people finding out about your drinking, going to the supermarket, parents' evenings, functions, business events, meals in, meals out. How do you feel when you think about the future? And what does it bring up in you if you think of the future without a drink? How does that make you feel? What about if I said that you could go on holiday, but you weren't allowed to have a drink? How does that make you feel? What about if it was your birthday and you were going out for a meal with your family and you couldn't have a drink? How would that make you feel? Or Christmas, or a christening, or a barbecue, or a summer day where you want to sit in the garden and you can't have a drink? How does that make you feel? There's all these things that come up that we can push to the back of our mind when thinking about it and when thinking about giving up drinking. But there has to come a point where you can face it. And I can help you face it, but ultimately that's down to you. So in the next few videos, like I say, I'm going to be looking at other emotions that come up through drinking and strategies and ways that we can perhaps move forward, so that sobriety isn't something to be feared, it's actually something to be embraced in everyday life. And I'll see you soon. Okay, bye!